I made my own money at home, and somehow it actually worked. This all happened more than 20 years ago, probably around the year 2000. I had recently learned how vending machines could count coins accurately, and I was fascinated. It was tough to trick them, which only made me more curious. But what really caught my attention were the newer machines that accepted paper bills. I asked how they worked, but no one wanted to give a straight answer. People said that if you knew the secret, it was surprisingly easy to fool those machines. This was back before YouTube, so I couldn't just search it up. I started looking closely at the Canadian bills I had. One thing I noticed was that each bill was a slightly different size. All the $5 bills were the same size, but they were different from the $10 ones and so on. I had an old color scanner, a cheap inkjet printer, and more curiosity than common sense, so I started experimenting. I scanned and printed both sides of a $5 bill and a $10 bill. Then I carefully glued the two sides together and cut them to match the size of a real bill. I didn't expect much, but I figured it was worth a try. Just for fun, I went to a self-serve car wash and slid the fake $5 bill into the change machine. The machine buzzed and spat the bill back out. I noticed the corner was bent, so I smoothed it out and tried again, feeding it in the other way. Then I heard the sound of coins dropping. $5 and quarters came pouring out. I stood there in shock. I couldn't believe it had worked. I tried the fake $10 bill next. More coins dropped, $10 and quarters, right into the tray. I quickly looked around, realized what I had just done, and left the car wash right away. I drove home, heart pounding, trying to make sense of it. Back at home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I had to know if it was a one-time thing, so I made another $10 bill, and this time I also made a fake 20. I went to a completely different gas station and tried the $10 bill. Once again, it worked. $10 and quarters came out of the machine. Then I nervously tried the $20 bill. The machine buzzed and returned it. I tried again. Same result. One more time, still no luck. So it seemed like 5s and 10s worked, but 20s didn't. That's when things started to get risky. I told a friend what I had done, and immediately we started coming up with ideas. We talked about going to different places, avoiding cameras, and trying to make some real money. At the time, it felt exciting. But then, reality started to sink in. What were we even going to do with a huge amount of quarters? Did I really want to take that kind of risk? I stopped. Just like that. I realized how bad of an idea it really was, and I walked away from it before things got out of hand. To this day, I still don't know why it worked. Maybe it was the size of the paper, or maybe those old machines were just not very good. The fake bills I made were not convincing at all. You could not have fooled anyone who looked at them closely. But somehow I still got $25 in quarters from paper I printed at home. It was a strange mix of clever and careless. Looking back, I'm just grateful I realized the danger before it went too far. Because sometimes the line between being curious and making a huge mistake is thinner than you think. Thanks for listening. If you've ever done something that seemed smart in the moment but felt ridiculous afterward, feel free to share your story in the comments. And remember, just because something works doesn't mean it's worth doing. See you in the next one.